everyone, so today I was a little bit naughty and popped into Pets at Home to get a few supplies. So it's only a small haul, but I'll go ahead and show you what I bought. Okay, so the first thing I picked up was actually what I went in for, and it's just this small guinea pig book, and it's just a really small book full of tips really. It's not really informational book, it's a tip book, that's why I'd call it anyway, and it's by the Good Pet Guide, but it also says on the back it's magnet and steel. So I've got this book, the gerbil version of this book, and I quite like some of the tips in it, and as you guys know I do collect guinea pig books and gerbil books and, you know, small pet things like that. And the gerbil one seems to be quite good. Obviously there is some incorrect information in all books pretty much with cage sizes and what they recommend, because most of them are trying to encourage you to buy things that aren't necessarily needed or can be given to the pet. But this one's really good for tips and things. Like, I'll just give you an example of things that it's just useful for. So like here, guinea pig anatomy, know your guinea pig, and it's got kind of behaviour here, which is nice. And then stroking, vocalizations, and it's just like little tips like that. See, I wouldn't necessarily say that was a suitable hitch at all. So it's just little things like that really. Wood gnaws, health problems, you know, it's just a quick list of health problems, playtime, grooming, just things like that. And I do like to collect my books, and seeing as I quite enjoyed the gerbil one, I thought I'd get the guinea pig one, and it was also quite cheap for a little book, but it is really thin, which is why I would call it a tip book rather than a proper informational book. So this was £2.99. and I'm going to have a flick through that in a minute and see if it's any good. Okay, so the next thing I picked up was just this pack of blackcurrant and apple by Woodlands. As you guys know, I really like the Woodlands range, especially their forage range. The guinea pigs really like all of them. So I just picked this up because I've got a lot of forage at the moment, but it's mostly all kind of hays and grasses and dried grass and stuff. So I wanted a bit of a variety, and obviously this has got a lot of leaves and things. You can see it all there in the package, and I do really like it, and I paid £3 for this. It's actually on offer at the moment. You can get 2 for £5, and I was tempted to, but I held myself back because I really didn't need to, and you know, it was only 50p extra, so I just got the one. But if you are interested in picking some up, definitely go ahead and go get them now because they are on offer. Then I picked up something I've actually not tried yet before with the pets. So it's just these XL apple snacks. So as most of you know anyway, I don't have an awful lot of treats for the guinea pigs, and I've had one selection of treats for quite a while, and they're apple based treats too. So I like to kind of get rid of treats and put new ones there every once in a while because it keeps it fresh and things. And I thought these would be a really good swap because they're apple based too. They're apple snacks for fibrivores. I thought the guinea pigs would quite like these, and I can also try these with the gerbils. And they were £2.50, so not too cheap, but by Burgess XL, and I really do like Burgess XL, and they're natural, which is something I really like too, so we'll see if they like those. So the next item I picked up actually isn't for me because I've got no pets that can have these milk based treats. So even though it's obviously it's advertised there for guinea pigs and rabbits, they can't have milk and such in their diet, so I can't use these at all. But they're not for me, like I said, they're for a friend. So these are just apple drops, and I just picked this flavour because I haven't seen this flavour before, or it could be that I've just never noticed it because obviously these aren't treats I ever look at, but I just thought it'd be quite interesting for her to try, so I got these, and they were £2, yeah, £2, which isn't too bad. It's quite a big bag, and I like that it's resealable, so I'll have to ask how she gets on with those. Then I picked up something else I haven't tried before, or not this certain type anyway. These are just grooming wipes, and they're aimed at small pets, and I have had a version of these before, but they have gone a bit old now, so I want to replace them with fresher ones. And I never ever hardly use them, once in a blue moon, but when the guinea pigs get really mucky in one little spot, and I want to wipe it off basically without having to wash them, because I only give them a bath once or twice a year at the most, never anymore. So I use these every now and then if they've got a little spot of dirt on them that really needs a scrub off. And what's good about these wipes, well, I don't know about these ones, but with wipes like this, is that you wipe them, it gets the dirt off, and it doesn't leave them damp or wet, but it keeps them clean. So I thought I'd pick up a new pack, and I didn't realise Pets at Home did them before, so I just thought these looked interesting. And it just says here, fresh, convenient and easy to use, odour busting, odour busting, antibacterial action, traps and removes loose hair and dirt. And as I said, this was aimed at small pets. You can also get some for giant rabbits and dogs and cats too, and I'm not sure about any other pets. And those were £3, and it's quite a chunky pack, and they will last me for ages because, like I said, I hardly ever need to use them. Then I picked up these ear and face scissors, and these were in the dog grooming section, but basically I have to cut Bailey's hair and Casper's because they have their Peruvian guinea pigs, or Casper's a curly coated Peruvian, but I have to keep their hair nice and trim, and it's that time of the year where I have to cut their hair ready for when it gets hotter in the summer. And I use just standard scissors, which are really rubbish, and they've gone worse since cutting the hair with them. They're really hard to cut, and with guinea pigs it's easy to get the haircuts done as quickly and smoothly as possible because they really don't like it. So I needed some proper scissors that are purposely made for hair and obviously have the sharp tips, so can cut hair really quickly and easily without, you know, causing the animal any distress. And obviously being aimed at dogs, they're going to be really good scissors, and they're proper hair scissors for dogs, for ear and face scissors. Time for a trim, and they're by Pets at Home, and they were £5, which is quite expensive, but I don't see the point of buying more stationary ones for them to be rubbish. I might as well buy the real thing that will last a lot longer with them and will be more comfortable for them when I'm cutting their hair and things. And then the last item that I got is something I've never seen before, which is why I picked it up. It was pretty expensive, it's £6.99, but it's a really thick, and I'd call this more of a book than a magazine, and it's called Small Pets Practical Pet Series, Choosing and Caring for Small Furry Pets. And it just is packed full of information about all the small pets you can possibly own, what they need for housing, you know, health conditions, things like that. I just thought this looked really good, and would be one of those things you bought and kept in a nice safe place because it's so full of information. And like I said, it's more of a book than a magazine. There's a guinea pig section, so really interesting, looks really good. Hopefully be quite a good and interesting read, and it's something I'm going to keep and add to my kind of book collection because I think that looks really good. And it is really thick, like I said, you can see how thick it is there, so I really fancied that, especially because the Small Furry Pets magazine wasn't out yet. I was really happy to see something else I could pick up, because it's always good to have a good read about your small pets and pick up knowledge maybe you didn't know before, or learn more. And you know, it's just generally interesting, and it's got some adverts with different places, things that could be useful too. So like I said, that was £6.99, really expensive, but if you're looking for something like this that's got information about lots of different small pets, and you know, something to keep and add to your collection of informational stuff, then definitely go ahead and check that out at Pets at Home. So that is everything that I picked up from Pets at Home today. It isn't a massive haul, but it's full of things that I haven't used before and haven't tried with the pets at all before, so it'll be really interesting to use these things and see how they react to them, see what they think of the XL treats. And you know, I'm really interested to read this magazine and things like that. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone.